Hi guys, welcome to my videos. So at this moment I am standing at Terminal 3 New Delhi Airport in India, New Delhi, India. So I came through Air Canada direct flight AC42 from Toronto to New Delhi, and I'll share a lot of content, and probably some might have been published as well. But in this video I'm gonna tell you about the exact process that happens to you when you come through when you come to Indian airport. So before I proceed further, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. So guys, first of all, like, there are few requirements if you are traveling to India, and of course nowadays it depends upon destination also, because today I heard the news that from UK the government of India has imposed 10 days quarantine requirement, but such requirement doesn't exist for Canada, and that's why I got the benefit. So what happened is, like, before arriving, the rule is like 72 hours before departure you should conduct a negative COVID-19 test. You should have that test, RT-PCR test. So I had got it in Canada itself, and I had taken it. Once I got the test, you must submit Air Suvidha form. In Air Suvidha form, you just don't update your COVID result. You update your passport and even travel plan, and if you're moving to any state as well, everything you update over there. So I had done that, and it's very important that you carry the hard copies. Otherwise, it will be difficult, right? Because the hard copies of your Air Suvidha as well as your COVID-19 negative test is gonna be checked. Definitely, they're gonna match everything. So I completed these requirements and I did online check-in. I went to the airport and I went so early, like around 4 p.m. I was at the airport, although the flight was at 8:45 actual departure, and it got delayed by around 40 minutes. So when I was there, uh, the things happen. Like, when I went for the check-in, like, it was around a huge crowd. So many people were waiting in the line, and what happened with me, like, I went there, I spoke to Air Canada staff to find out where exactly I would go, and you must do it. Just because if you see Air Canada doesn't mean like you should go into that, where there could be multiple queues. So first thing you should do is to speak to any staff, find out where exactly you need to stand based on your travel plan. So first I was told to print those baggage tags, because I had done online checking, so it was not a difficult task for me. I just went in and did that job, and then I stood in the queue. I reached the counter, and because for me everything was done, they checked my Canadian passport, my OCI. You should have like proper travel document. You should know who is allowed and who is not allowed to travel. So as of now OCIs are allowed, so they allowed me. They checked the document, and I was given the boarding pass. Then I went for security check. After security, it comes the boarding gate. So when it comes to boarding, they do in zones, like, of course, first premium classes, and then based on the zone that is printed on your ticket. Flight was good. I won't say bad because it's direct flight, but yes, you feel. I'll make a different dedicated video about it. What happens, like, in the plane, then there won't be any immigration related formality. 2 years back, when I came through the same flight, I was given a form to write down items for declaration, but this time there was nothing. So when I reached New Delhi airport, uh, first I had to go through immigration. So because I was holding non-Indian passport, so I was directed to a different location than other passengers. There were very few like me. So I went there, I showed them my passport, OCI card, and they gave me a very small form to fill up, and that I filled up. In the form, like, there was a column for phone number, so I entered my Canadian phone number. But the counter guy asked, "What number is this?" I said, "It's my Canadian number." He asked if I had any Indian number, so I shared a relative's phone number. Of course, I did not have it. That he accepted. Now, one major problem I saw over here is that Wi-Fi connectivity. It's not that the network is poor or the speed is low. It's about the phone number, because if you want to connect here, they send you an OTP on the phone number. It could be from any country, your phone number, they send it. but my Canadian number was not connecting to any network over here, so that was the biggest challenge. But yes, there is a workaround. Like, I went to the information desk and they gave me the codes. So, but I had to use multiple codes because when I was using a code after 30-40 minutes, it was not connecting at all. Although the speed was good during that time, but again I had to connect. So I mean, I had to do this multiple times, but ultimately, like, I did manage to be online for some time. Right now, I am standing at a place where the codes are not working, where I am shooting this, but I have no intention to go back to the information desk because that for that I need to walk a lot, and I really don't want to do at this time. It's very early in the morning, and my flight is scheduled for I think 2 hours at least from now. Yeah. So imagine, like, it's now 2:30 or 3, I guess, and I came around 9. Anyway, so after immigration clearance, next is to pick the baggage. So I picked the baggage, and then there was like a custom queue. So I was going through it. So there was an officer who came to me and he asked from where I was coming from. I said I was coming from Toronto, and then he said absolutely nothing. I got shocked. Like, virtually there was no custom check, but I did see a line where few people having their bags scanned. So probably either they were doing on the based on the location or on the random basis. I really don't know. But I was not asked to do any custom check. So when I moved out of international in Terminal 3 Indira Gandhi International Airport, New Delhi, you have a domestic connection. So I went there again. My passport and ticket were verified, and I was allowed to get in. So I entered again the problem with connections, but ultimately I managed. And when the counter for my airline opened, I immediately dropped my bag and I took the boarding pass. Then I had to walk long way from that location to Hile. But few things I would like to say. When I reached the domestic and I went to the airline counter, the very first question I asked them was about COVID test. I said that, do I need to go, because there is a facility here and that gives you results also very quickly. So I asked and they said no, not required. To, in fact, I asked some officers also. They also said it was not required. So then I said okay, fine. And right now I have got the boarding pass as well. When I will reach my next destination, I'll see what they want, because as of now I am carrying my negative COVID results plus proof of full vaccination. So hopefully they don't ask me to go for the another COVID test. But anyway, I'm not going to argue. If they do, I'll do. If they don't, I will not. So I'll do that and I'll update that in another video. So it happened over there, and then right now just I have to wait. The only disadvantage I got, like when you go by international airlines, the luggage allowance is more. So in Air Canada it was 23 into 2, but here in domestic you can, like, if you go by economy like me, you got you get the coverage for only 15 kgs, and above that you have to pay. So for my 22 kgs bag, I had to pay them 3,500 extra, because I had no way to carry, because even for my cabin luggage it was around 6.8 kgs. So I had the scope of 200 grams only, so it was not possible. I won't say, I mean, they did anything wrong, because this is just the rule. But I do know sometimes they create exceptions, but it was not created in my case. But I'm not gonna blame it on them. So after this was done, I was allowed to leave the place, and I cleared the security. In security, one funny thing happened here at like, again, when you go for domestic connection, again you have to go through the security. So I went there. So there were multiple rows, so they were full. So I was just waiting behind a few people for my turn. One officer told me to go through that business class security clearance, because there was nobody at that time. So I went. There was an officer who wasn't speaking anything, and he told me to put everything on the trays. So I had my laptop in my tray, in my bag. So I just put my bag over there, and after scanning, they said, why you did not take out your laptop? So my answer was, why you did not tell me? it wasn't an argument like situation, but the security guard wasn't happy with me, and he was saying that you should be aware that your laptop should go in a separate tray and not like this. I said, look, I was very polite over there. I said, sir, whatever was told to me, I followed. He told me everything on the put everything on the tray. They did. And then I was carrying a gift, a security camera for my home in India. So that also they questioned what exactly that was. It wireless or wired? So I explained that this is wireless. I mean, the connectivity is wireless, but in order to power the camera, hard wiring needs to be there. And he accepted that, and that's it. The worst part was like they told me to put off belt as well. So, so putting off belt was not something you would like to do, especially if your jeans is loose. But I got to do, and I had to be careful, honestly. So after that, it's good. After that, it was fine, and still I'm waiting for the flight. Just an announcement has been made that a flight by SpiceJet airline has been cancelled. Hopefully I don't listen that to my flight, because I have already got the boarding pass and it's just a matter of a couple of hours from now. But ultimately this is the case, guys. So I'll upload more videos and keep you guys updated. I'm gonna be here for some time, so you'll see some Indian videos coming through. Thanks for watching, guys.